Hi, this is Asa, and welcome to my audio experience. Body's amazing. You don't have to have 4 different diagnoses, be 30 pounds overweight, take 5 different medications. Remember, there's always hope to get your health back. There's always hope for better health. That's the key. 888-283-7272. 888-283-7272. Blood sugar is a big deal. We talk about diabetes often. Matter of fact, it's one of the leading health challenges that we're finding today in America. And obesity has become an epidemic. I really believe it's in that category. We're learning more than we ever have. We've taught more than we ever have. We have more media than we ever have. And we're more overweight than we've ever been. So what's the deal? What's up with that? We just don't have the ability to make the right kind of lifestyle choices. And I really believe that that's one of our major keys to get our body going where it needs to. We have to make better choices. And our choices that we make today, they really can and will determine the kind of health we're going to have. So our health is our greatest wealth. No one else can take responsibility for your health and for your life but you. You make that decision each and every day. So keeping tabs on your blood sugar is important. And if you have type 2 diabetes, you have to have a little glucometer that will always check. But don't overdo it. Now, the doctors will tell you to check it at certain times, and it's good to do that. But I think we can become a little bit obsessed with doing that because you want to focus on your eating habits each and every day, more so than anything else. Your eating habits will determine more than anything. You have to get the right kind of foods coming in and give your body what it needs. It really does. And so blood sugar testing is important, but you can get kind of burned out on it. So some strategies is to set realistic goals. Number one, don't do it a million times a day. Don't be overly obsessive compulsive about it. You know, you want to set some limitations on it's just like getting on a scale. You don't want to get on the scale 5 times a day, right? When you're trying to lose weight, you get a game plan together, you follow it, and then you stick with it. Now, I know there's certain times of the day we have to check blood your numbers. But it doesn't have to be constantly. It really can. There can be a good game plan. Set realistic goals. Set reminders for testing. Use your phone. It's a great little way to go. The little alarms. They've got an app, certain apps that are out that can help you do that. And then get a good routine going. And get with a lifestyle medicine physician or your healthcare provider, someone that can lay a good groundwork game plan for you. Because you want to do multiple meals throughout the day, no matter what. You have to have a good exercise routine that's consistent, and then also have a good routine overall for your eating. Eating plan is important. It's everything. I mean, food's our medicine, right? Lifestyle's our medicine. But it starts with our food. You have to have your exercise. All that's a key. And when you lay out a good game plan like that, when you have type 2 diabetes, I'm telling you, I've seen so many people come out of type 2 diabetes where they don't have it anymore. So your lifestyle can do that. It's a huge piece of the puzzle. You're listening to On Call Radio right here on the InShape Network. Go to InShapeNetwork.com. And if you're looking for a lifestyle provider, someone in your area that believes the same way we do, all this nutrition and lifestyle-based care we talk about, there you can get the information to help you along the way. Plus, you'll get someone to take you by the hand. Let's go to the phones and talk to Donna. Hi, Donna.
My health concern is having a problem with excessive belly fat and almost like a pregnancy type of belly fat.
So if you're dealing with something like that, you're getting bloated, you feel like nothing you're doing is working no matter what you eat, nothing seems to be working, then a lot of times that type of fat that you're dealing with has to do many times with either hormones, and one of the primary hormones that we deal with is not estrogen, which we tend to think, well, it's estrogen. It's always been kind of the one we're concerned about. Really, it has to do more with cortisol. Cortisol is a stress hormone that can really wreak havoc on the body. Now, it's natural. It's a hormone that's produced from the adrenal glands and when we're under a lot of stress. So if you're in a lot of financial stress, you're fighting a lot in certain relationships in your life, or if you have if you're under the gun for deadlines, say for work or a project in school, whatever it might be, cortisol levels can go up. Matter of fact, when you really understand how cortisol works, I've got a lot of friends, colleagues, other physicians, and we kind of understand the cortisol concept. And instead of saying, hey, man, I'm really stressed out, or hey, I'm going through a tough day, or hey, life is happening, whatever, we'll say things like, yeah, my cortisol's high. Just because we know that going through certain areas of life is making your cortisol. And when your cortisol's up, it's not good. I mean, it destroys brain cells. Not good. It adds the belly fat, specifically belly fat. And it prevents you from being leaner, more on the lean side of your body, being healthy. So it really does make a difference. So managing cortisol, getting those levels down, balancing it out is what makes the difference. So I would encourage you, if you're dealing with that, you can look at certain supplements. Phosphatidylserine is great at blocking a lot of the cortisol. Green tea is one of my favorites. And you can take green tea every single day, use an organic version of green tea, make your own. Don't do it in the bottle. And you can make a green tea, drink it 3 or 4 times a day. All the studies have shown that it helps to lower cortisol levels. It brightens the skin. It's one of the best anti-aging liquids you can put inside your body. I take in green tea every single day. It's one of my favorites. So it's something to think about. But yeah, it makes a big difference all the way around when you're looking at belly fat. And a conjugated linoleic acid is another great one that can make a difference. So the CLA, or the conjugated linoleic acid, really gets in and can help tremendously. So it's a big key. So there are some great pieces that can help, that can kind of increase your fat loss efforts. Coconut oil is really good too. A lot of people think, oh, it's saturated fat, it's going to make me fat, but it's not. The coconut oil can get in. Really good for your immune system, cranks up your thyroid, and gets the body working at a very high level. 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. You're listening to On Call Radio right here on the InShape Network. Go to InShapeNetwork.com. There you'll find all of our health programming. It's pretty cool. So our television show, we get a lot of emails and calls. Hey, where can I catch your TV show? It's on every single day. Well, if it's not on your cable network in your area, you don't find it in the little scrolling TV guide that's there, then you can go to our digital network, InShapeNetwork.com, and you can watch it there. So our episodes are there. You can always catch it on demand when it's convenient for you, on your phone, your computer, your iPad. But it's a great way to stay connected with all that we have going on right here on the show. Coming up, I've got more questions about your health. Plus, I'm going to jump into some anti-aging tips you don't want to miss. What about brain chemistry, memory, and cognition? Alpha Brain is a brand new product that is out that I've been using for my own memory just to keep it like a multivitamin. I'm going to get into that when we come back. If you're looking for increased strength, increased endurance, and better recovery, then look no further than an all-natural nutritional supplement called creatine hydrochloride. Concrete is the brand, and it's the most absorbable form of creatine hydrochloride found today. Now, creatine is not just for athletes. You've probably heard that before, but Concrete creatine hydrochloride is for the everyday person looking to improve their health. Listen, I started taking creatine in college when I was a strength and conditioning coach at Florida State University. And I've taken it ever since my college years. And it's made a massive difference in my life. Everything in my body, I believe, is functioning better because of creatine. Creatine hydrochloride I've moved over to using Concrete, and it is the best form of creatine on the market. Concrete creatine hydrochloride is available at most Walmart stores and on Walmart.com or any store that carries nutritional supplements. Just make sure to look for Concrete brand creatine hydrochloride and watch your endurance, your strength, and your recovery and your immune system get boosted today.
To find out more, connect with On Call Radio online at InShapeNetwork.com.
Welcome back to the show. Check us out on the web. You go to InShapeNetwork.com. That's InShapeNetwork.com. We're here for you each and every day. This show is all about empowering your health, taking you to the next level for your health and for your life. All right, Carrie, welcome to the show.
I want to know the opinion on soy. Does it help or hurt breast cancer? And I am a breast cancer patient.
Okay, well, I'll tell you this. There's different research on it, and there are different theories, and there's different thoughts on it. So I'll just kind of lay it out like that. Soy technically affects estrogen levels, and it can make estrogen rise in the body, which is why it's not good for men. In my opinion, and this is my opinion, there's different views on this. But in some of the research, we know that it raises estrogen. I don't like the fact that it does that because it can affect testosterone levels and it can affect hormone levels. One of the major concerns that you have with cancer, especially breast cancer, is the increased possibility of estrogen, the rising of estrogen in the body. Well, if soy can cause that, many physicians don't recommend using the soy or having a lot of soy products because of that potential. Now, that's not everyone, but that is a theory and that's a thought in the field. So you'll find a lot more of the alternative practitioners, more integrative medicine docs that believe along those lines. So I'm kind of a no soy kind of guy. It's just me. I don't think we need it. I think there's better sources of protein. There's better sources of foods that will not alter the hormones. So that's my thoughts on it. It's better to be on a good all-around anti-inflammatory based diet. I do think it's okay if you want to move away from some of the animal proteins and go more with like eggs and fish. If you want to head that direction, that's just my opinion. I'm a big fish and eggs guy. I think you get plenty of your protein sources from there, everything that your body needs. Grass-fed beef, hormone-free, a lot of those different types of proteins, fine with those too. But when you're dealing with cancer, there's some different theories on that. So I would go to the website. There's a lot of great articles on it, and I would really consider getting with a great integrative medicine-based practitioner that can guide you along those lines if that's the direction that you're looking to go. But from a nutritional standpoint, just with soy, yeah, my opinion is drop the soy. There's too many other good sources that you can use. 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. Whatever you're struggling with, remember, if the body can get sick, it can also get well. It is about lifestyle. Our lifestyle is our medicine every single day, no matter what. Got an email that came in from brought to you by Alpha Brain. If you haven't checked out Onnit has produced a product called Alpha Brain. And it's one of my favorites. I take it every single day. It increases memory and focus. And you're saying, well, why do you take it? Because we're bombarded with different types of nutrients every single day that maybe aren't the best. Toxins in our environment. And one of the greatest advances that we've seen in a lot of the health challenges are Alzheimer's and dementia. We get that because of several factors. Our diet's not the greatest. And we've developed certain nutritional deficiencies. There's toxins in the environment that can potentially cause some of these conditions. So we have to be a little bit careful. But one of the great pieces that we've learned in this is we've learned that getting the right kind of nutrition does matter. Well, Alpha Brain has put together a product with all organic ingredients into a product that helps to support brain chemistry overall, helps to support memory, cognition, and also just that quick short-term recall of what's going on in our brains. And so we lose that. Sometimes if we age, if our diet gets bad, we're not eating the right kind of foods on a regular basis, we can potentially begin to lose a lot of that. And that's something that we don't want to do. So getting the right nutrition for your brain is key, and Alpha Brain is a great way to do that. The email is Renee in Boston. She says, my dad just gave up drinking after 20 plus years. That's amazing. Good for him. He's gone through a lot of withdrawals, so he's made it through that, but he's still feeling weak. How can he get his strength back? I'm a big fan when you go through any type of drug dependency, rehab, or rehabilitation. You've really come through that. I'm a big fan of building a good solid game plan, of understanding the why. You've got to know your why. So if you got to know why you were on the alcohol, smoking, drugs, whatever it is in the first place, and you have to know the why of why you came off of it. So with the withdrawals, the physiology of why the body breaks down and it goes through the cravings of needing it back, and you go through all of the mess that goes along with that. It's not fun. But a lot of times if you know your why, it'll carry you through. When you get through on the other side and you're weak and you're tired, my opinion is it's very good to get a good overview of what's going on with your body. You need to look at your digestive system, figure out what nutritional deficiencies the body has, what systems are weak, which ones are not working that well. And from another standpoint that's really important is looking at the nervous system, making sure that the body's overall capability to function and perform is at its highest level. That's one of the big keys you have to look for. So understanding what his deficiencies are, building the body back up, giving the body back what it needs. Remember, it's like he's been knocked down in a fight, and his body's a little bit deficient in some things. He needs to get back what his body needs. Giving certain nutrients, certain foods, and encouragement, and helping him and being his cheerleader, walking him through that process. Some of the best things you can do. 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. Lines are open with questions about your health. Give us a call. Go to the website. Go to InShapeNetwork.com. That's InShapeNetwork.com. And our lifestyle providers, our healthcare providers, always available to help you. We've got team members that are growing all around the country, right in your area. Go to the website. You can find that easy in your area to take you by the hand and build it up. Coming up, I've got some great tips for what it takes in cardiovascular health when we come back. Hi, it's Asa. I'm giving you a copy of my best-selling book for free to help you in your health journey today. I'll pay for the book. All you do is just cover the small shipping and handling costs. Go to asarx.com and get your free book today.
To find out more, visit the show online, InShapeNetwork.com.
Lines are open, 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. Welcome back to the show. Check us out on the web. You go to InShapeNetwork.com. It's all health on demand. So the show here is called On Call Radio. We've got a brand new network. It's called InShape Network. All of our on-demand television shows we're producing is there, radio shows, and then also all kinds of our TV show that's nationally syndicated every single day. You can find it there as well. So people, they always say we can't find it, or maybe you can't figure it out in your market where it is. You can always catch it every single day there, right on the network. The cool thing is it's on demand. So it's when you want it, on your phone, on your iPad, on your smart TV, whatever it is. We're here for you each and every day. Well, food is our best medicine in a lot of ways. I always say food is medicine. And so we want to give our bodies what it needs every single day, no matter what that is. So we want to help the body function and to help it thrive. And, you know, the body doesn't know the difference between baked chicken and fried chicken or French fries and broccoli, right? But we do. So we have to give the body everything that it needs to begin to function at the highest level. And so one of the keys we have to look at is to make sure we're getting the right kind of foods. And I want to highlight different foods. And right now we're going to talk about rutabaga. And rutabaga is a key. Rutabaga is one of the top foods. And you're thinking, rutabaga, what is that? Well, rutabaga, it's a cousin of the turnip, and it's a cruciferous vegetable. It's powerful in its overall nutrition. It's a great source of vitamin C. And I encourage you, if it's something you normally cook with your family or make in your own meals, to add it in, because it really does make a difference. It's a great source of vitamin C, though. You always think vitamin C, you think oranges and apples, but it's loaded with vitamin C. Matter of fact, just a 7-ounce piece of rutabaga contains about 50 milligrams of vitamin C. It's a lot. And so it boosts fiber intake as well. So dietary fiber is found in a lot of the plant foods and indigestible in the human body. So that's insoluble fiber. Plays a vital role in protecting against a lot of types of cancer And the dietary fiber also helps to lower blood cholesterol levels. So it controls a lot of this. As a matter of fact, in a recent study, type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and colon cancer, they looked at, and it was a support to all of those. It supplies a lot of the potassium power as well. So there's health benefits of potassium, of course, we know are numerous, but it's loaded with potassium. Matter of fact, they did a study with potassium in a lot of the different foods, and rutabaga came up as one of the top. And it protects against cancer. Being that it's a cruciferous vegetable, just like broccoli or cauliflower, then the cruciferous vegetables, the rutabagas, are an excellent source of sulfur-containing substance called glucosinolates. And according to the Linus Pauling Institute, the glucosinolates, they help eliminate carcinogens before they can damage the DNA. So it actually can reach, these glucosinolates can get into the cancer cells or the potential carcinogens that cause the cancer cells before they can damage the DNA or alter the certain cell signaling pathways. So in turn, normal cells are not transformed into cancerous cells, potentially by eating the rutabaga. It's a great way to support the body. So see, I mean, it's got incredible tips just in something like rutabaga that can help. 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. Lines are open with questions about your health. You give us a call or go to the website, InShapeNetwork.com. Let's go to the phones and talk to Joe. Hi, Joe.
I have a lot of problems with digestive issues. Mainly, I go to the bathroom a lot, and I have a lot of stomach cramps, stomach pains. You know, it's really bad at work, and I was wondering if there was anything you could do, as far as diet to help with that.
There's a lot you can do with digestion. I mean, it really starts with the food you eat every single day. It starts with that. And if your gut's not right, Joe, nothing's right. Okay? I mean, that's really the key. So you have to make sure that you're eating the right kind of foods on a regular basis. What I mean by that is cutting out a lot of the breads, the pastas, the cereals, the crackers, a lot of the flour-based foods for your carbohydrate sources, and then increasing more of your healthy fruits and vegetables for your carb sources. So that would be things like fruits and vegetables, sweet potatoes, brown rice. If you're going to do those types of carbohydrates, that really does make a difference. And it lays the groundwork, getting more fiber and more overall nutrition. It lays the groundwork for your body to really get everything that it needs. You want to do lean quality protein sources like chicken, fish, beef, or eggs. And then your healthy fats, your almonds, walnuts, cashews, avocados. Getting the right kind of fats in the right way lays that groundwork. And with digestion, if you're not getting, say, the right amount of enzymes in your foods, if you're getting past age 40 when the natural enzymes in our digestion begin to decline and they really begin to go down, if you get into a place where you're not having enough probiotics in your foods, okay, so you don't have enough to really build a good immune system and help for a lot of the digestion that goes on with a lot of the issues. So your elimination is dependent on having the right kind of bacteria in the gut. And gut health determines all the health in the body, hands down. Okay, so if you have digestive issues, there's probably you don't have enough of the right kind of bacteria, probiotics, prebiotics. You don't have enough of the enzymes in your own body to break your foods down, much less in the foods that you're taking in. So the quality of the foods are probably not exactly what you need, and we need to increase that tremendously. And that will make a big difference overall. So the key is getting the right amount of foods in the right way and giving your body the right amount. Because when you do that, that's what caused the body to break the foods down effectively. And you can only do that by making the right choices. That's why getting some testing done, blood testing done, figuring out what your body's nutritional deficiencies are, all of that is key for laying that groundwork. Until you do that, nothing's going to happen. And I'll tell you some top tips right now just to be able to get your digestion right. Number one is to make sure you're eating at least 5 to 6 small meals a day and that you have at least 35% of your diet carbohydrate and about 30% in healthy fats. That's almonds, walnuts, cashews, avocados. If you're not taking a probiotic, you want to consider that. That's number 2. Theralac is one of my favorites. You go to theralac.com, go to the website, you'll see it there. And literally putting the right kind of bacteria in will yield the right kind of results on the way out. And then also making sure that you're getting some form of, drinking your liquids, not with your meals, and making sure it's purified water, not tap water. Okay. Now, one little tip I'll tell you is apple cider vinegar with your meals. Apple cider vinegar with your meals helps to break the foods down, helps to maximize breaking down the proteins, and helps to break down the fats. You can do all of that in a great way, and it really combines everything together and makes it work like a charm. So, again, some basics, but it can make a huge difference. 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. Give us a call or go to the website. You go to InShapeNetwork.com. All health on demand. So if you're looking for one of our lifestyle providers, someone to help you with your health journey to get you to the next level, or you're just looking for someone to teach you something, or you're looking for our original health programming, it's all at the website. Let's go to Janice now. Hi, Janice.
Cholesterol, trying to lower my cholesterol.
Well, cholesterol, of course, again, one thing I want you to tell you about cholesterol is don't be overly concerned. Okay, don't let it scare you. I think we think cholesterol equals heart attack, and then all of a sudden we get extremely concerned, and rightfully slow because it can cause some of that. But cholesterol, one of the main things we have to look at with cholesterol is understanding how it builds up in the body. Cholesterol is always a liver issue. It's not just a heart issue, it's a liver issue. So the good and the bad, the LDL, which is we call the bad, which is still good, and the good cholesterol, the HDL, that's all produced in the liver. It's all about how much we have. See, the liver sends it out, and then it needs to bring it back in. So we got to bring it home. The HDL is what gets rid of it and gets rid of the excess cholesterol. So when you're trying to get it down, it comes down to your eating habits. Your eating habits really do matter. So you want to make sure you're getting plenty of healthy fats like almonds, walnuts, cashews, and even eggs. Egg yolks are one of the top cholesterol-lowering foods that we have. So it can really help get the ratio where it needs to be. It can balance out and get your HDLs to go up, and it can get your LDLs to go down. So that's one of the major things you want to look at, focusing on cholesterol. Plus, red yeast rice is very good. The research on red yeast rice is pretty amazing. They've been using it for quite some time, and the Japanese have used it in Oriental medicine, Chinese medicine as well. They've been using it for quite some time. So a lot of our medical system and even medications that we use based around some of the Chinese medical principles, especially a lot of the alternative herbal formulations, and then they were turned into drugs later on. So some interesting history on a lot of that. But with cholesterol, I'll tell you, here's the key. All right, look at red yeast rice. Okay, you can't take that and a statin drug, though, so talk to your doctor about it. Look at exercise, because exercise at least 15 to 20 to 30 minutes a day can impact your overall cholesterol numbers. Healthy fats, getting enough fats in, believe it or not, will lower cholesterol and get the ratios in the right way, and then not doing too many carbohydrates. Those are all major keys for cholesterol. And one of the new keys that are out for cholesterol as well
It's time for Keto Chow. When it comes to eating healthy, the keto diet has become one of the nutrition leaders in optimizing health, losing unwanted weight, and reaching your health and wellness goals. No extravagant cooking, no long kitchen cleanup, and most importantly, especially for me, it's convenient. Just put quality Keto Chow powder in a bottle, add some heavy whipping cream or your favorite fat, a little water, and boom, shake it up and you're ready to chow. Keto Chow tastes amazing. So make Keto Chow easy for you and your family today with Keto Chow. Let's go chow. Visit Keto Chow online at ketochow.xyz. That's ketochow.xyz.
Connect with On Call Radio and watch On Call TV at InShapeNetwork.com.
Lines are open, 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. Welcome back to the show. Check us out on the web. Go to InShapeNetwork.com. It's all health on demand, so you can check our show out wherever. If you want to find our daily TV show, you can see it there. If it's not in your market and you'd like to watch it every day, just go to InShapeNetwork.com. You can find it there easily, right there on your phone, your iPad, your tablet, or your smart TV. Pretty cool. Technology is changing everything. Very, very cool. This show is all about you if you haven't figured that out. It's about your health. It's about your life. And we have several different clinics, the Center for Lifestyle Medicine. And if you ever wanted to go to one of those, you can go to the website, call our office. You can easily get an appointment. But we're doing house calls. And so if you want me, we kind of got a little thing going right now. If you want to sign up for that, go to the website. You'll see it there where we can go and hand select. And we're going to walk through the entire process with you. It's all at the website. So, again, some people just need to be held by the hand and they need a lifestyle transformation. We're going to do it in a very short time period, 30 days, lifestyle transformation to take you where you need to be with your health. So if you want me to personally do that with you, go sign up. It's right there, all at the website. Madison, you're next with us. How can I help?
I have I retain fluid. And I need it to circulate. I have, I guess, venous insufficiency, whatever it is. Okay, the goat cheese, is that what, I got that. I didn't know if that was supposed to be good for the circulation. Well, any other foods, anything else that I can take for it?
Yeah, there's a couple things. I mean, circulation, CoQ10 is really good, first and foremost. You want to make sure you're doing at least 5 to 7 servings of vegetables each day. I'm a big fan of blending, so you can throw everything in the blender, do everything you need to get it that way. And then also, of course, circulation, garlic is fantastic. And so garlic's been used for many, many years and always in a lot of the research for circulation is very helpful. Vitamin E is as well, but nothing trumps exercise. I mean, getting out and moving and getting your body moving on a consistent, regular basis is nothing will trump that. That is an absolute key for getting your body in the right place and in the right space to get excellent circulation and get it to begin to thrive. So that's one of the major keys that you have to look for in circulation. So it's not about what you take, it's about what you do more than anything else. 888-283-7272. You're listening to On Call Radio right here on the InShape Network. 7 things your hair can say about your health. You ever look at someone's hair and think, I wonder what their hair says about their health? Well, in medicine, believe it or not, this has always been a great tool that's been used for years in more of the family style medicine. Now you can take hair and get it actually analyzed now, and it can tell you a lot of different things about someone's health. But there's certain characteristics about hair that can tell us a lot. So gray hair and stress, anyone who's watched maybe the presidential debates or they watch campaigns from time to time, that stress turns the hair gray. You can actually watch a president go from having, colored hair all the way to having gray hair through the end of his campaign. And what happens is the oxidative stress can affect pigment-producing cells. That's what actually happens. And Pariti Mariami, who's the Department of Dermatology, a physician, noted this in one of the studies. Also, brittle hair is Cushing's syndrome. So brittle hair is one of symptoms of Cushing's syndrome. And what happens is Cushing's syndrome is excess cortisol. And excess cortisol is a stress hormone. It includes high blood pressure, fatigue, back pain. And again, when someone is under a lot of stress in life, or if they go through surgery, chemotherapy, radiation, it can trigger the body's adrenal glands to overproduce cortisol. And when that happens, of course, it can create more of a brittle hair looking condition. Now, the other is thyroid disease. This is a classic symptom. If you know somebody that has dry and thinning hair and they don't have any other symptoms, a lot of times it can be the thyroid. So hypothyroidism, which is low thyroid, you can notice an increase in hair shedding, and you can notice an increase of the change in overall appearance. Hypothyroidism means it's just working a little bit slower, And you'll have symptoms like tiredness, cold intolerance, joint pain, muscles pain, puffy face. But the thyroid stimulating hormone, the TSH test, will diagnose the condition, and the treatment will always entail thyroid medication. But a lot of people just aren't getting enough iodine in their bodies. And by increasing iodine, you can make a tremendous difference. Hair shedding, also an anemia, is another big one. So if you have low iron or low B12, many times, then your hair can begin to fall out. Believe it or not. I mean, literally, the iron stores, if they're low, and you can do an easy blood test to figure this out. Simple. Go to your doctor. They can check it. But if you have low iron levels, hair can get thin. It can fall out temporarily. There can be sudden changes in estrogen levels that can cause this as well. Now, protein deficiency is another big one. So if somebody has a gastric bypass, they may notice some hair thinning. And if you're not getting enough protein, or if you're not digesting enough protein, that can be a major issue. And a lot of times that can have to do with your genetics. Yellow flakes and dandruff, you might think psoriasis or dermatitis, but many times that can be caused by yeast on the skin or inflammation in the skin or in the gut. So that's very common. Damaged hair is another one. So highly treated hair, if you're coloring it quite a bit, that can cause some of the issues as well. So, I mean, there's multiple reasons why the hair can fall out. Many times, remember, our health really begins in the digestive system. And so if you start developing nutritional deficiencies, okay, which is very easy to do, or you start having some characteristics from what you do every single day with your routines, whether it's toxins in the environment, coloring your hair, or whatever it might be, then that can cause a lot of these issues too. That's why blood testing, getting an overview from a lifestyle medicine-based physician is always a good option, because you can figure out what the deficiencies are in the body. Puts another hour in the charts. I want to thank our producer, engineer John Garrison, and the rest of the team. Go tell one person something you learned on the show. Together, we can transform the health of our friends, our families, and our communities. You're listening to the show. It helps you get well, stay well, and live well.
Did you know you could listen to the ASA RX audio experience on Spotify and Pandora? For all the ways to watch and listen, check out our show page at asarx.com/experience.
Hi, it's Asa. I'm giving you a copy of my best-selling book for free to help you in your health journey today. I'll pay for the book. All you do is just cover the small shipping and handling costs. Go to asarx.com and get your free book today.
This episode is over, but check episode notes for links to products and services you've heard about on this episode. Thanks for listening and subscribing. Please share the ASA RX audio experience with others and stay in touch by giving us your comment or review.